welcome to my crochet channel. Today's video is step number 2 in our crochet along, a hot cup of coffee pillow. Now yesterday we released the video with the supply list, and if you need that supply list, I'll put that link down in the notes underneath this video, and then there'll also be a link you can click up there at the top of the video as well. So today is step number 2, and we're going to begin with the top of our coffee cup pillow. Grab those supplies and we'll get started. We're going to begin with the center of our pillow, which is actually the part that looks like the coffee. And I'm going to be using 2 strands of this brown, and I chose to go with just a little bit lighter color of brown because I wanted you to be able to see what I'm doing. The original color was just too dark for video. Now I'm going to be using my end hook, which is a 9mm crochet hook, because I'm making the chunky style. If you're doing the thinner style or the smaller style and you're just using 1 strand of worsted weight number 4 yarn, you can use your eye hook, which is a 5.50mm crochet hook. And again, I'm using 2 strands of worsted weight number 4. You can use a chunky number 6 as well. So like I said in the supply list video, lots and lots of yarn options for this project. Let's go ahead and get started. Now just a reminder, it doesn't matter which hook and which yarn you're using, the pattern is basically worked the same. All right. So I'm going to begin with my slip knot, and I'm going to chain 5. We're going to join this chain 5 in a circle. Put the tail of our yarn over our hook and pull that through. We'll snug that down. And then I like to make that little stay knot to keep it from coming undone. All right, I'm going to put my hook through. There we go. I'm going to chain 3. And then I'm going to stitch 9 additional double crochets in this chain 5 space. Now the chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet, and I want a total of 10, so I'm going to double crochet 9 more in this circle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will be tight to get all 10 of these in here. All right, let's see how many I've got. My chain 3 counts as 1, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to do 1 more. There we go. Sometimes working with 2 strands can be a little tricky. I have 10 double crochets, counting my chain 3, so I'm going to join to the top of that chain 3 with a slip stitch and chain 3. There's row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to place 2 double crochets in each of the double crochets around. Our chain 3 counts as 1, so we're going to double crochet right in that same stitch as our chain 3. And then we'll place 2 double crochets in each of the double crochets around. We'll go from having 10 double crochets to 20. So just to repeat, I'm stitching 2 double crochets in each of the double crochets around, and that's going to give me 20 double crochets. I have stitched those 20 double crochets around. I'm again going to join in the top of my chain 3 with a slip stitch and chain 3. Alright, for this next row we're going to be doing what's called 2 and 1. We're going to stitch 2 double crochets together, and then in the next stitch we're going to stitch just 1. So our chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3. Then we'll stitch only 1 double crochet in the next stitch. The next double crochet we'll stitch 2 double crochets. Then in the next stitch, we'll only stitch 1. See how that works? 2 together, then 1. 2 together, then 1, all the way around. And that's going to take us from having 20 double crochets to having 30. And I'll continue working around, stitching 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and 1 double crochet in the next, repeating all the way around, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, till we get back around to here, and we'll join to the top of our chain 3. Our first row we had 10, our second row we had 20, and then here on row 3 we're going to have 30 double crochets. I've stitched those double crochets around. I'm going to join to the top of my chain 3, and chain 3. Alright, for row 4 we're going to begin the same. We're going to put a double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3. Then we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. And then we'll stitch 2 double crochets in the next. And so what we'll be doing for row 4 is 2 and 2. 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2. And then 2 double crochets in the next 2. We will continue to repeat the 1 double crochet in the next 2 double crochets, and then 2 double crochets in the next, all the way around. And then we'll join again to the top of the chain 3 and chain 3. I finished stitching row 4. I've joined to the top of the chain 3 and chained 3. On row 4, you need 40 double crochets. Alright, let's do row 5. We're going to begin the same. We're going to place a double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3. We're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets instead of 2, like the previous row. So we're going to stitch 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets, and then we'll stitch 2 together. So on this row, row 5, we're doing 3 and 2. One double crochet in the next 3, and then 2 double crochets together. There's my 3. Now I'll stitch 2 together, and then we'll repeat this all the way around, and again join to the top of our chain 3. Just to repeat, 1 double crochet in the next 3 double crochets, and 2 double crochets together. We'll repeat that all the way around, and again join to our chain 3. All right, again, I've joined to the top of my chain 3, and I've chained 3, and this is our last row of our step 2, which is the coffee portion. So we'll go ahead and do a double crochet in the same stitch as our chain 3. On this row, we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches instead of 3. And you can see this makes a nice flat top to our pillow. There's our 4 double crochets. Then we'll stitch these next 2 together. So we're doing 4 and 2. Four double crochets, 1 in each of the next 4. Two double crochets together. And we'll repeat this all the way around. And then we'll join to the top of our chain 3, and we'll be done with step 2. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Oops. Don't want to lose a string in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a second one in there. Alrighty. Alright. So we're doing 4 and 2 all the way around. We'll join back to the top of our chain 3, and we'll be done with step 2. I've completed row 6, stitching 2 together and 4 individuals, 2 together, 4 all the way around. I'm going to join to the top of my chain 3 with a slip stitch and tie off. And you can see I've already cut my yarn. And for row 6, you need to have 60 double crochets. Now join back with me tomorrow for step number 3, when we'll put the rim of the coffee cup on and working down the sides of our coffee cup pillow.